A legend's legacy doesn't end when his career closes. When Diego Maradona conquered the world and lifted the World Cup trophy in 1986, he didn't just leave behind goals that went down in history, but also a name that still resonates in the football world to this day. But as time passes, the story is no longer just about Maradona himself. Attention has begun to turn toward the next generation of his family. Growing up with the name Maradona meant living amidst fame, expectations, and a massive legacy. So, among his children, who will continue to carry that legacy? And will the Maradona name become a source of strength or a burden for them? To understand that, let's start with his eldest daughter, Dalma Maradona. In Diego Maradona's famous family, Dalma Nerea Maradona has always been seen as one of the children with the deepest emotional bond with him. As the firstborn daughter of Maradona and Claudia Villafañe, Dalma didn't just grow up with the Maradona surname, but also grew up amidst the most private family moments during the peak of her father's career. She was born on April 2, 1987, in Buenos Aires, and spent her childhood between Argentina and Europe, especially during the period when Maradona played gloriously for Napoli. In those years, her mother, Claudia Villafañe, served as the pillar of the family. She was Maradona's first love and later became his wife, accompanying him through the stage when his fame spread across the world. Claudia was also the one who directly raised Dalma and her younger sister Giannina, keeping the family bonded even after the marriage to Maradona ended. Unlike her father, Dalma did not follow the football path, but chose the arts instead. From a young age, she showed a passion for acting and began appearing on television at age 9 in the children's series Cebolitas. After years of study, she graduated with a degree in acting from the National University of the Arts in Argentina and gradually built her own career in the field of art. If Dalma is seen as the one who preserves the deepest memories of Diego Maradona, then Giannina Dinora Maradona's story carries a different tone. Born on May 16, 1989 in Buenos Aires, she is the second daughter of Maradona and Claudia Villafañe. From a young age, Giannina grew up amidst the fame and the great expectations that come with the Maradona name. This has kept her life constantly tied to the attention of the media and the public. Giannina's life became a focal point when she married player Sergio Aguero in 2008. Just a year later, their son, Benjamin Aguero, was born. However, that marriage did not last, and the two officially separated in 2012. After that turbulent period, Giannina gradually withdrew from the media spotlight to focus on raising her son and building her own life. In the following years, she participated in several personal projects and built a significant presence on social media. But the biggest turning point occurred after Diego Maradona passed away. His departure opened up complex disputes regarding the Maradona legacy and brand. In that context, Giannina and her older sister Dalma became strong defenders of their father's legacy, trying to preserve the Maradona name in the eyes of the public. The story of Diego Maradona Jr. is one of the most special chapters in the family of the legend Diego Maradona. He was born on September 20, 1986, in Naples, the son of Maradona and Cristiana Sinagra. This relationship began during the period when Maradona was playing for Napoli, while he was still married to Claudia Villafañe. Consequently, for many years, the confirmation of paternity became a complex legal story that attracted public attention. Diego Jr. grew up in Naples with his mother, while the identity of his father remained a subject of many disputes. It was not until 2007, after DNA tests, that Diego Maradona officially recognized him as his son. Before that, the father and son had the opportunity to meet and gradually built a closer relationship over time. Growing up in the city where his father became a legend, Diego Jr. decided to follow the football path. He played as a midfielder for various clubs in the lower divisions in Italy and also participated in beach soccer tournaments. Although his career as a player did not reach his father's stature, Diego Jr. remains involved in football as he transitioned into coaching and building his own path. While Dalma and Giannina grew up right in the spotlight of fame, Gianna Maradona's story began in a very different way. She was born on April 4, 1996, in Buenos Aires, the daughter of Diego Maradona and Valeria Sabalain, the result of a brief relationship in the 1990s. Gianna's childhood took place far from the glitzy world always associated with the Maradona name. She was raised by her mother in the suburbs of Buenos Aires in a simple life with little media attention. For many years, confirming the paternity between Gianna and Diego Maradona had to go through a long legal process. While the Maradona name constantly appeared on sports pages across the world, Gianna's life passed by quietly elsewhere. Eventually, the Argentine courts officially recognized the paternity when she was a child, but it took a long time after that for the two to actually meet. The first meeting between Gianna and her father took place when she was about 18 years old. From that moment, they began building an increasingly close relationship during Maradona's final years. As an adult, Gianna entered the field of modeling and social media, building a large following. She currently lives in Argentina and continues her own path. Among Diego Maradona's children, Diego Fernando Maradona is the youngest and also the one who grew up in a very different circumstance compared to his siblings. He was born on February 13, 2013 in Buenos Aires, the son of Diego Maradona and Veronica Ojeda. When Diego Fernando was born, his father had already become a football legend known to the whole world, a name associated with the greatest moments in the history of the sport. Unlike his siblings who witnessed various stages of Maradona's career, Diego Fernando belongs to a generation that only knows his father's story through memories, old film clips, and family accounts. His daily life is quite simple, mainly revolving around his studies and living with his family in Buenos Aires. In 2020, when Diego Maradona passed away, Diego Fernando was only 7 years old. That loss became a major milestone in his very young life. Since then, his mother, Veronica Ojeda, has always tried to protect her son from excessive media attention so that he can grow up in the most normal environment possible. Currently, Diego Fernando is continuing his studies and spending most of his time on family life. To him, the name Maradona is not just a famous legacy, but also the memory of the father he will always remember as he grows up. Diego Maradona's legacy doesn't just lie in the goals, the titles, or the great moments on the pitch. After his passing, that story continues to be written by his own children. Each of them is walking a different path, trying to find their place amidst the name Maradona, which is full of glory but also no small amount of pressure. Some choose art, some stick with football, and some build a quieter personal life. But all of them carry a legacy that the whole world still talks about. So, in your opinion, in the future, can Diego Maradona's children create their own stories? Or will the Maradona name always define their lives? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. And if you love the stories behind football legends, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next videos.